All right, let's see. teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. This is the Capital One Orange Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns, taking on last year's national champions, the Texas Longhorns. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowl, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. Time to find out who's going to be moving on in the college football playoff. Bringing it out, it's Harris. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. They'll run it from the gun. They get him to the ground about the 18-yard line.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that previous play. They're going to run it. Across the 30. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. With the catch, it's Garcia. Defense surrounds it. Just a short gain on that completion.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Second down after that short completion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Big moment on the opening drive. They face third down. That's a design quarterback keeper. Here he goes. At the 20. Touchdown, Texas. As they claim the lead in this playoff game. We come out in the playoff game for no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And the point after is right down the middle. He's going to put it out of the end zone from a couple of yards deep. Coverage team flying down there. Good job. They limit the return. Not much there. Out of the shotgun, he gets off. Tough running to avoid a loss.
credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense moving into a bunch formation. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. The receiver. They bring him down quickly, but that's a solid gain on the short throw.
Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up or take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
Send it back in motion. Quick throw to his receiver. Very tight coverage. It's incomplete on the deflection.
Oof, the risk of throwing on third and short. Lots of second guessing going over on that sideline about that play call. You got to wonder if they're going to go for it anyway on fourth down, but what will be the play call?
And the return is brought down by the coverage team. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. The last drive, the ground game was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. And looking to throw now on first down. Short connection to the tight end here. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
And completion makes it 2nd and short. From the shotgun, an inside handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
And the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw through. They give the running back a touch in the pass game. Catch made over the middle. Tackled at the 44. Good enough for a first down.
Most defensive coordinators focus a lot of their energy on how their unit performs on third down and in the red zone. They give up a couple more third down conversions like that, and they're in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Longhorns with 1st and 10 here. And the quarterback dropped. four teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. This is the Capital One Orange Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns, taking on last season's national champions, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. It's quarterfinal time in the CFP, and let's get it going. Team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. Start with the 25. Returner decides to fair catch this. Here comes a first down pass attempt. He's got a receiver wide open here. Breaks free down the left side. And is on the head. Touchdown, Longhorns. As they cleanly lead here in this playoff game.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, results in quick and positive results.
So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Now it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Have you ever seen this? The punting team on the field on first down. And here's the return. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. The Longhorns offense takes the field. Last time out, a one-play touchdown drive through the air. And they keep it going here. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. For the receiver. They make the stop, but not before he moves the football across midfield. First down to the 48.
This receiver has just that combination of speed and natural ball skill ability to be able to come up with play after play. Already over 50 yards here in this first down.
The pickup is 7 yards. Now 2nd and 3.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Finds his man. It's Harris. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tackler, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
And he drops it. Can you believe it?
Just a misfire here by the quarterback. These are tight windows, man. They open and close so quickly. You got to almost anticipate where you're going to put the ball.
Tailback tests the middle of the defense. It's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about 3rd down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here, whether they run it or throw it. You get a stop here and maybe hold him to 3.
He makes the catch. Touchdown, Texas.
Now, that's his 2nd touchdown today. This guy's winning every one-on-one matchup this defense provides. Great job by the quarterback putting the ball where his guy can make a play on it, and he's got 2 on the board.
With the PAT, they take a 14-0 lead. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up about you scoring a touchdown. And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And here comes the Raging Cajuns offense back on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. Taking a deep shot here to the right. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big game, but he couldn't hold on.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
They've got him in the backfield. It's a 4-yard loss.
This is a nice job by this defense. They saw an option, actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read. When they corral him for a loss, you can tell they worked hard on that in practice.
He pulled on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Breaking through for a huge return. They finally grab him. Boy, can he keep out of the end zone. The offense will start with great field position. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Really excellent possession last time. They mixed the run, the pass, kept the defense off balance and moved to a touchdown. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
And it's incomplete, just out of reach. A little too much on that throw.
Oh, man, I really like the route here by this wide receiver. Does a nice job of separating, creates some space there. The quarterback, unfortunately, just puts that ball too far out in front of him.
They moved the ball into good position, but now it's 3rd and long. The pass rush closing in. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. He's got it, he's open. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal.
If I'm this defense, you get these guys to 3rd down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage roll to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes it.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
And the extra point makes it a 3-touchdown lead. Got behind him after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. Here comes the Louisiana offense back on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. He finds some space. He brings him down, but he makes the
case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. And he'll go down after a solid gain, more than enough for a first down. Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. Grab behind the line. It's Jordan. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Now the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screenplay. Nice positive gain for the offense.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. It's Beebe. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense is really threatening now.
Good job of reading the blitz here by the quarterback. It doesn't matter where it's coming from. The tight end knows that they've become a big part of the passing game because they should be an outlet. Anytime you see that kind of pressure, those extra bodies are starting to come after the quarterback. Quarterback's going to turn and get the ball out of his hands quickly, this time to the tight end for the first down.
So off the play fake there, the big tight end gets open downfield.
Well, I love this call right here. Anytime you can run the football, eventually opens up play action. Linebackers and safeties' eyes are in the backfield. They lose the tight end completely, and the quarterback throws that one on rhythm for a nice gain.
It's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. He finds the running back in the flat. Touchdown, Louisiana. Much-needed counterpunch delivered. The offense stretching the lead, building momentum curve. And if this defense isn't careful, this one could get ugly.
Right now, this is just flawless execution in every phase for this offense. Doing a great job of mixing in their calls. Right now, widening that lead and killing the will of their opponent.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Harris. They stop at the 20, trying to make something happen. That's good coverage there. Time for one more play here in the quarter. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. They're finally able to bring him down. That's a good momentous play to wrap up the first quarter. So Texas has the lead, Kirk, as we break here for the quarter. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. The quarterback will throw it off the run pass option. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Chris, we're still early in this game, and you can already sense the chemistry between this quarterback and the wide receiver. These two just make it look so easy.
Looking for a gap. It's Garcia. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Okay, it's 3rd down after that run. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play.
And how much fun is this guy be able to watch with the football in his hands? He's a quarterback, and he has that kind of speed. I think he's one of the fastest guys in the country, and he picks up some big yards here.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Here's a good throw off the play fake. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Made the catch, but he was surrounded for not much room to run.
They did a really good job at that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards. Well, this guy's got some wiggle, and you can see there he's got some power. He's able to break through one arm tackle, but the secondary comes up to finish him off.
Did he make it to the marker? Has it back to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. This offense really clicking.
Boy, Chris, how about the blocking on this touchdown run? The effort and execution combined with the vision of the running back, everything just working in concert together.
The extra point is good. They spread fields it just outside the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And Louisiana's offense retakes the field now. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. The pocket breaking down. And he hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Mobility can be a blessing or a curse for some quarterbacks. Sometimes they feel that they can make a play on every single opportunity because they have such speed. Instead of just getting down or throwing it away, they try to force the issue. This one almost backfires on him as he tried to squeeze that throw in. He's lucky he didn't throw an interception.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's running out of time here. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
I think anybody can understand trying to get this guy the ball. You want to trust your playmakers, but you can't expect him to beat double coverage like that every single time. It's too risky, and you're asking just too much from one guy.
They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. The Longhorns offense takes the field. This group has been clicking. They really built momentum, and the defense make adjustments. Come up with a stop here. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
With the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Oh, pass rush gets home.
There you go, defense. Much better job of affecting the quarterback. This guy's already thrown a couple touchdown passes. That time, no chance at all to get his feet set. Nice job of pressuring him and bringing him down for the sack.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Now on 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And they'll just down it right here.
Well, the coverage unit does their job here. They're fired up, and they should be. And of course, the punter got some help from his friend, the football, right? What a kick to set them up in a good spot for the defense to go to work.
All right, 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Taylor finds an open target on the left side. And he's brought down after a big 1st down gain. 2nd and short. Maybe an opportunity for him to take a shot here. 2nd and inches opens up the playbook. Will they take a shot here from their own territory? Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Hunter has been very busy so far. Can they finally convert here on 3rd down? They pick up the first on the ground. It's a nice game. They'll move the football up to the 27.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. With all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
The Raging Cajuns line up on 1st and 10 now. Hands off to the left. He gets loose. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Grab. It's Beebe. first down.
Well, it's got to start somewhere, and there's a nice first down to keep this drive alive. And hope to be able to create a little bit of momentum here near the end of the first half, trying to cut into this lead and get some points.
And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Well, they're rewarded for going to this nickel package, getting more awareness on the field with that fifth defensive back, and a nice job of coming up with this interception.
So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Looking to throw it on first down. Caught over the middle. It's they make the tackle, but this offense now in scoring position. First down to the 32. The Longhorns off the line to crank the tempo up here. They've got him out for a 7-yard gain, so second and 3. No huddle now for the offense. Grab behind the line. It's Harris. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down. Longhorns looking to take advantage of this red zone trip.
Yeah, you know this defense has got to be frustrated after giving them multiple conversions now on first downs. There's another one. But for the offense, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
Stop right there at the line. No gain. Second down, we're going to throw it. Fires it to the wideout. Excellent grab with plenty of room to run. Tackle after the completion down at the 1-yard line.
Another great play by this receiver. I tell you, the offense coordinator's doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
QB keeper all the way. Zero running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Design quarterback run. Touchdown, Longhorns. Still no answer for this offense.
Chris, we're only a few ticks from halftime. It doesn't feel like this thing's already over. Just a first half beatdown to be remembered. This is going to be a fun locker room at halftime.
The extra point is good. Now it's a 4-touchdown lead, 35-7. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Now it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. So here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Going to hand this off. Fighting off the defender. The junior able to bring him down quickly. And then there's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. This away. Begin the second half. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. Team is on the field. Do they know that it's first down? Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. Ancient Cajuns offense back on the field.
Here we go.
First down. We're going to throw the football. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional. I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Oh, the pass is picked off. He can go. Now the 40. Powering through a tackle. And he steps out of bounds after the great pick. A solid return to set up his offense.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
He steps out of bounds, but a solid game there on the ground.
Man, this defense is already struggling to defend the pass. I think their eyes are in the backfield. They're worried about where's the next pass play, and now they got to deal with the option. A lot to deal with against this offense.
Defense is coming after him. He'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the defense does a good job of pressuring the quarterback, but really impressed with the quarterback's effort. Not only does he pull out of that, but he's able to get back close to the line of scrimmage.
The receiver makes the catch. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for three? It's third down. Quarterback in the shot. Touchdown, Texas. This offense is still clicking. Because this quarterback told us this is my time to shine. Playoff game. He has gone out and attacked back up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Louisiana offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. They'll run it to the right side. First down, looking for more now. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
On first down, why not keep it on the ground? They test the middle there, but get nothing. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run.
That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. They finally tackle him, but what a tremendous play. The pick and then that return.
Well, this guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Play action fake, looking to throw. We'll take a deep shot. It is intercepted. Nice read. Now it's a solid return after the interception.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
They're taking all the way. They bring it down, but that's a good play. It moves the ball to the 39.
Here's the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
That's made on the left side. Goes out of bounds after a solid gain.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down in the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Let's take a deep shot here. And it's caught outside the 10 and still going. And they've got him at the 4, but a big gain on that catch and run.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. Sacked. It's a loss back to the 6.
Well, it's a great job by this defense coming up with a big sack there on 1st and goal. The offense still has their opportunities. Let's see if they can get back on track here on 2nd and goal.
Bringing pressure. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns.
What a threat to this offense to have a weapon like this at quarterback. Down in the red zone, surveying the coverage, nobody open, so he does it himself with his legs and gets to the end zone for the touchdown.
Now the all-important extra point. And he knocks it right through. So Texas has the lead, Kirk, as we break here for the quarter. In these playoff games, we certainly hope for a much more competitive battle for the shot at the national championship on the line. It has not been the case here so far. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Bringing it out, it's Harris. He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Breaks off the defender. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Solid gain in the running play. 3rd down now. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The receiver makes the catch. Moves the ball out across the 30, and that's good for a 1st down.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the 2nd half. Get to a 3rd down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert. You keep working that clock.
An incompletion makes it 2nd and 10. Looking for some space. It's Garcia. Gets the 1st and still running. They keep the drive going. It's a 1st down at the 46.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Longhorns will line up on 1st and 10. Quarterback keeps the football. This one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's exactly how you want to defend the option. You know, the old school way is a assignment football. You have to account for the quarterback, the pitch man. Here, the quarterback had really nothing other than just kind of lower his head and get as much as he could. Unfortunately for the defense, it wasn't very much.
And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play. Third and short here in this playoff game, the 8th play of the drive.
Come on, set.
It's an option look. And they finally get him down, but the quarterback keeper there picks up a big short and a first down.
They got a short pickup here, but just what they needed. This will keep the drive moving, and you know what it's going to do? Plant a seed on this defense. Anytime they run that option, beware the quarterback.
Running up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Defensive fans getting frustrated. Offense continues to march. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
On third down, he drops to throw. Moves out of the pocket. They bring him down at the 11, but it'll be first down from there.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Leaning on the run game here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a
End zone ahead, and he's brought down at the 4-yard line.
What a job to bounce back by this offense. They get all the yardage back that they lost on this run and more. Now they're back on track with a very manageable third and short.
An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. Refusing to be brought down.
Bearcats will kick it off to get us underway. The returner will field it and bring it back. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. To the air. It's Marshall. Punts it out of the air.
And really nice job on the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Makes the catch. It's Thompson. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Now he'll fire back into the middle. Inside the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Kansas. I mean, seriously, what do you do against this guy? He is everything you want in a quarterback.
And you can prepare for him all week, and you can put a wide receiver and quarterback to be scouting, but you just can't replicate a guy that can buy time, scramble around, break tackles, and then all of a sudden chuck the ball down the field and make you pay. Just too elite of a playmaker. You just got to find a way to get him on the ground early when you get those opportunities.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Give out the gun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on very...
Intercepted. The defense is set up. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. Great place to start for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Marshall. Grabbed in the middle, it's Carter. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Off play action. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the middle. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. Sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He lets one fly deep. He's got another 25. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bearcats.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he made that extra point to win turf. No problem at all. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. UCLA dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I tell you this, it sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Might as well give it to him again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Marshall. Now he's going to break the pocket. Fires to the right. Takes it. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Grab behind the line. It's Harris. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The give to the tailback. Shakes off the defender. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
And the Jayhawks have it with a 1st and 10.
Down, defense.
Right back to the well. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Caught behind the line. It's Thompson. Oh, he's got space. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Off the play fake on first down. Unleashes to the end zone. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. To throw, it's Sorsby. Get it out on the screen. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look
a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. And the Bearcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quarterback making adjustments. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it down the middle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
On the move. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the net. There he goes. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Put him right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains for the first down. The Bearcats look to do some damage in the red zone. Trying to run. It's Hester. Headed to the end zone. And he runs. He's able to score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone. Know I get 6, and then go celebrate with 2 runs.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Dropping back, it's Marshall. Slings it downfield. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Lining up from the 34 on first down. To the air on first down. He's going for it all. He's got it.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time and you get the ball out. When things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Hayes. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Jayhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Try dropping back. It's Marshall. Fires to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Wants to throw it. Bringing the heat. He is stopped well short of the first down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on 4th. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down to the 26. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll go to the ground. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
That it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28.
We got that cheat code offense.
Looking downfield, it's Sorsby. Quickly complete. Still on his feet at the 45. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's first down from the 37-yard line. Finds his man, it's Simmons. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for a gap. It's Hester. Not enough for the first down. Breaks into the open. And he eluded the defense and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Bearcats. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. And that makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Jacksonville State is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in CUSA, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by a field goal over Liberty. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back with any big changes. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw, it's Marshall. With the catch, it's Thompson. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to get him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Gonna take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Snap from the gun on third down. Throws to the wideout. Finds his open man. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Jayhawks will have it 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown Bearcat. And they turn it into a defensive score. No midseason concentration laps here in week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air, it's Marshall. Rushes on him. He's going for the big play. Snatches it over. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up.
The Jayhawks will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Anderson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He's outside the tackle box as he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Back to throw, it's Sorsby. Unloads to the right. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Let's it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive to have to step up. And the defense did exactly that. If you're on offense here, I don't know. I'd just throw it again.
And the Jayhawks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jayhawks. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to get back in this ballgame.
He wants to throw it. He goes in for the 2, and we have a 10-point game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Coming out with it, it's Anderson. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Bought a little time, lets it go. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give to the back. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll send the back in motion. Pocket breaking down. And he gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Things working pretty well for this defense, out of the dime package and still getting plenty of heat on the quarterback.
Yeah, get off the rock, understand the situation. All the fast guys got the back end covered. It's my job to seek and destroy the quarterback. Great job by the defensive line rushing after that guy and getting him on the ground.
Hunt is on its way. He'll take it on the return. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on this last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Nolan. Sure hands, it's Hayes.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw, and pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Offense, you've got to do a better job. There's got to be more sense of urgency protecting your backup quarterback. You've already lost your starter due to injury. Now that the backup's in, you know you're going to have to hold on for just that split second longer, and they weren't able to do it there.
pressure coming. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, giving him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. And it's right down the boulevard. That'll make it a one-possession game, 28-21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Jacksonville State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Gamecocks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Liberty. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward in a game that could shake up the CUSA race significantly.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here's the handoff. Turning it on. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they're moving the chain.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Bearcats just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Motion from the wide receiver. He'll keep it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
That's what's so great about these QB runs. They just chip away at the defense. And as this game goes on, these little QB runs, they're going to help keep third downs manageable for this offense.
Part of the backfield, it's Simmons. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. You got to get a big game. You got to get that first down. Nice job breaking those for the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job.
And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quick toss. Runs through a tackle. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He might want another play. Looking for a man. It's Sorsby. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. That's the end of the quarter, and Cincinnati is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
And they did the hard work. Nice job being physical, getting that fourth down and short, and now you got 4 chances from the 1-yard line. This offense is in great position. Shoot, I'm probably going to come back to the same exact play.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on first and goal, they come. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cincinnati! That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not good.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen off the ball. Got room on the return. Inside the and it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Bearcats. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And that just might do it, man. Offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Back to pass. It's Noah. Under fire. He's going to run it. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. The Jayhawks really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Looking to throw for it. Right up near the marker. It's Hayes. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him. And they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
Back to pass. Right over the middle. It's Thompson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want. You've got big leads, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Game tackle. You're going to win this game.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big third down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go through the work and move the sticks.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and he never had a chance. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? back to throw. It's Nolan. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. He got loose. Almost past it. Finally dragged down at the 32.
And he's over 150 yards now. Featuring this guy, featuring this weapon. You know he's a mismatch, and you're going to exploit it. Great job by the offense.
And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Lost to throw again. Pulls it in. It's Thompson. They'll bring him down just outside the 25 at the 26, certainly well within field goal range. But let's see if they choose to go for it here. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. Cooper touch. Fourth down is still on his feet. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. And the Jayhawks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Seems it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And this is not decision time. This offense, it's green light the rest of the game. Down multiple possessions. Got to go for it on fourth down. Probably had that in mind. It's a little shorter fourth down. But this offense has got to stay fast-paced and got to make some explosive plays.
Looking for a man. It's Nolan. Fires into the end zone. It's incomplete. A fourth down stop and the turnover on downs.
I think after failing on the fourth down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He finds enough room to get it over the 10-yard line, and he's down at the 13.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
The Bearcats line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt is on its way. That is coverage just the way you draw it up. Don't even let him get started, and they knock him down end zone. This offense will start doing business from their own 18-yard line on first down. Looking downfield, it's Nolan. He wants a big play here late. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. And back to the air on second down. And the pass falls to the ground, and the ball game is over. 7 is the lucky and skilled number for this squad as they've made it to this point in the season, and they are still perfect.
Still perfect, and they're cooking. You can tell they got some momentum. 7 weeks, obviously, it's not the whole season. You got bigger fish to fry down the road. Great start, but you can tell this team's for real, for real.
No doubt, and they deserve for us all to be talking about them right now because they look as advertised. This is a team with tremendous talent. They've taken care of business up to this point, but now because they're undefeated at this point of the year, every game from this point out gets bigger and bigger and more important.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. So UConn's offense will go to work first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Catch in the middle gets Hansen. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. This UConn offense really has it going. On the run, it's Edwards. Got enough space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, UConn!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
He'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Duke's offense will go to work for the first time. And guys, any discussion about this offense has to start and end with the guy behind center.
Yeah, I mean, the quarterback, he gets the ball on every play. He's got to be the leader. He's got to be able to throw the football. So many times you see Jesse where they can run it as well, but he's the captain usually on most teams. It starts and ends with him.
Yeah, and David, the thing you love about this guy, too, is he's such a good distributor and facilitator with the football. He knows this offense like the back of his hand, and he's able to take advantage of all the different weapons they have surrounding him.
Makes the grab. It's Knight. He'll get up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Got it in the middle. It's Rifle. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. It'll be 3rd and long. Scanning the field. It's Barnett. Works the middle. And midfield, he's got room. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, James Madison. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And he tacked on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. UConn going back to work on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, Dave.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth in that last drive.
So this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Fights off the defender. They push it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
A on second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to third down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on second down. We don't need third downs.
Let's talk just for a minute about UConn. They were really excited about the verbal commitment from a three-star quarterback. They really need to get good talent like that, guys who can develop and potentially become stars.
Well, this is a program that's not used to having this talented of a quarterback coming out of high school. Oftentimes, this program has had to develop guys so that they're ready by their junior or senior year to have success. This guy changes that dynamic a little bit, though, and because of it, you can see fans are so excited about the future.
And that one goes incomplete, but there is a penalty flag, and they might have gotten him for OPI.
Pass interference. Offense.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. With the catch, it's Bell. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. UConn comes to the line after getting another first down. To the air, it's Fagnano. Fires to the big fella. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw. Grab over the middle. It's Bell. And he'll be brought down.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Huskies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. He's got it on the run. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. And the Huskies didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. On the direct snap, it's Edwards. And they'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Husky.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this
kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The UConn offense goes back to work. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt.
There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it's hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
The Huskies in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to throw, it's Fagnano. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
That is going to give that wide receiver nightmares, man. He was wide open. I don't know if there was a coverage bust on the back end, but that is a play that this dude needs to make.
Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop.
Yeah, and that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Rides the back and leaves it. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. He's got it. Still running at the 40. There he goes. Touchdown, Dukes. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Georgia Southern has the lead right now. Feels like it's been that way since Freedom took flight in the pregame, but this has been a good one inside Paulson Stadium. They're up by 10 over Troy. Obviously, big implications.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge game. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Wants to throw. It's Fagnano. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Wants to throw on first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Race, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Dukes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. To the air on first down. Grabbed in backfield. It's Knight. Ball is loose. And the defense jumps on him. They get that turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
Buys a little time with his feet. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Makes the catch. It's Edwards. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Dropping back, it's Fagnano. The quick out. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. And corks one deep. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. And the Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Breaks the tackle. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
You know, a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
And now a chance to pull even 1st and goal as we get late in the first half. He's got the tight end. Touchdown, Huskies. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him. And that is the way you finish a first half. And now you got a chance to tie this football game.
And the point after is good. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. To the air, it's Barnett. Going for the big play. Makes the catch, a huge play on the left side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, James Madison.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, What adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Trying to set up the screen. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Snap in the middle. It's Hansen. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Dances away to buy time. Makes the grab. It's Edwards. He goes out of bounds right at midfield. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Spits it out to the back. Catch in the middle. It's Edwards. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Edwards. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Right down the boulevard. It's good. The lead now trimmed at 28-24. First half in the books. Time down. Join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. UConn has it teed up to start this second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football well.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Dukes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to sneak it.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
Great job on the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground.
He lost one down the sideline. Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down. Doesn't convert this time. The Dukes will punt away on fourth down. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. And the returner will be dragged down. UConn going back to work on offense. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to pass. It's Spagnano. Bringing the heat. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit, when they get hurried, when they get pressured, they become very active. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Quick completion on the out route. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, marking at the 47. UConn comes to the line after getting another first down. Looking downfield on first down. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Grab near the marker. Isabel. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before. He makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And he's been the go-to guy all year long. Like, he's in the top 5 in all of college football receiving yards for a reason. They're going to find him because he's always open, making plays. This dude has been unbelievable. He's being mentioned in the Heisman conversation. That is really hard to do as a wide receiver. So that shows you what kind of special year this young man's had.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. A shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
That's just a better job by the defender. He knew he was going to get challenged in this game. He knew these receivers had speed and they were going to test him. Nice job by that DB knocking it away.
Looking for the first down. Ball's down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Leaves it with the running back. Into the end zone. Touchdown, UConn. They take the lead with the 6.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And adding those stats, and all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, it's a good day.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Takes the handoff. It's Knight. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the...
Turning it on. Smashes through the tackle. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Dukes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? Oh, better look out! Picks up the first down, still moving. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The Dukes are marching down the field. Grab behind the line. It's Ellis. Finds a crease at the 20. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. And the Dukes have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He wants it all. Touchdown, Dukes. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handling. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone. And at that point, it was just an easy pitch.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The UConn offense goes back to work. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. from the gun. They'll try to impose their will. They bring him down behind the line of scrimmage, and now he'll have to go back to work to get over 100 yards again for the day.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
And the defense drags him down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Oh, he's got some space. The 40, the 30. He's at the 10. Slippery slide, finding his way, ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Husky.
Have yourself a dang young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. To the air, it's Barnett. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
Complete some of these hitch throws early. You're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that. And then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
To the air on second down. Gets it to him on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Quickly to the tight end. The Dukes will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. UConn going back to work on offense. They'll try the run. There he goes. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
You're living dangerously now. You've got the lead late in the game. Don't do anything to turn it over. They almost did throwing it there. If I'm the head coach now, I'm thinking, man, let's just run the ball.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. They relentlessly move forward. Now it's getting down to Cases. 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UConn!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, run it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. And the Dukes want to move quickly.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage on the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Sends it downfield. Pulls it in on the left. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
The Dukes are moving quickly down the field. He is having a day. Already visited the end zone 3 times, and he might get back there again soon, David.
I mean, just crazy. He's getting open. They haven't had an answer for him. You think at some point you go, all right, he's not going to beat me anymore, but the defense continues to give up yards, and he is like, yes, please.
Wants to fire on second down. Got his man. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Dukes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Back to pass. They're working that left side.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Touchdown, James Madison. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you've got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Georgia Southern has the lead right now. Feels like it's been that way since Freedom took flight in the pregame, but this has been a good one inside Paulson Stadium. They're up by 10 over Troy. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll run it from the gun. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. They cut into this lead the last time they had it, and now here in the 4th, a chance to move on top with a score. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Barnett. Sets up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's complete. They knock him down, but he pick up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. And the offense just going to spike it here. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Motion from the back. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Across the 45. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down. Stops the clock and has them on the move, trying to get the late score. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back to pass on second down. Extending the play. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. Everybody lined up, quickly snapped and spiked to stop the clock. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Timeout is called by the defense, and 12 seconds remain in the football game. A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And that's a frustrating miss. The offense does their job, man. Gets them in position. Tried to score a touchdown, trying to go get the win, but trying to tie it up in the last second. Got him in range, and the kicker, he just missed it. He missed the opportunity, and this one's over.
You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence. You know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to